Let's go.
Sometimes you play a bad game and it's like, there's at least something about it you might find interesting. Like maybe it looks awful, but the gameplay's decent. Or there's a fun multiplayer mode or something. So even a bad game might have its moments. This is not one of those games. This is not one of those moments. Like, almost on an astounding level. The gameplay is just a disaster, but that's actually the least of Turbo's problems. In fact, criticizing anything specific to build a criticism on. Turns out that makes driving kind of tough. Turbo is a game based on the DreamWorks film of the same name. It's available on a slew of different platforms, including the 9-year-old Nintendo DS. Snails, right? There's no coherent or functional racing mechanics in place, but it's more a conceptual problem. It's got absolutely no idea what it is, or what it's... Now, to be fair, the tracks do have ramps, so that's something rather than nothing. But other than that, emptiness. And a fitting representation of the thought that apparently did. There's a lot of blurry block-shaped things with awful colors. Seriously, it's here's the thing. There's a handful of power-ups, and they don't even seem to do anything. And to do tricks, you have to press the D-pad in mid-air after hitting a ramp. If you hit it too late, you crash mid-jump. So if you try steering in mid-air, even a second before you land, automatic crash. Automatic, holy crap.
Go, Skid, go! No, good mark! Nice job! That'll work!
Yeah, I'm actually glad I got to review this game. This unfinished was actually released to stores. I mean, ramps disappear, but snails don't have wheels. And on the Nintendo DS, they don't seem to have a clue either.